What's going on, family? It's time. You already know what it is. It's Real Live with DC Hunni. I am your host, DC Hunni, and it's time for another great live show, jam-packed with news, new releases, and of course, always great guests. Are you ready? Invite your people in the room. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and let's get started. It's time for the show. Let's go.
Real live show. DC Hunni. Come on and chill for a while, it's gonna be lovely. It's the Real Live Show with DC Hunni. We push it forward, it's impossible to go back. And please know that the mentality is pro-black. Laughs and cheers in the atmosphere. Classic hits, the music you be glad to hear. From the old to the new, yeah, this show is for you. And everybody striving to grow and improve. We glad to be alive, raise your glasses to the sky. If your energy is negative, you have to say goodbye. Nothing sad or basic, we past the hating. Great imaginations, collaborating. The vibes all positive, this is a must. Multi-million-dollar ideas we build and discuss. Take a listen, you ain't gotta be socially distant. Even though we different, we all are gifted. With blessings overflowing, it's all love we showing. The party here will not stop and keep going. The queen is controlling all records to spin. Bet your money on her, she expected to win. She blends off with the rugged, I swear you gotta love it. Verse from Mark Kemp and beat from Reggie Ruckus. Now that you tuning in, it's something you'll do again. Cause the music make you feel high. Now it's getting real live. Yeah.
All right, and it is indeed getting real live. Y'all caught me bobbing my head a little bit. That song gets me every time. I never get tired of hearing it. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Real Live with DC Hunni. We have the best in interviews, community leaders, celebrities, business owners, you name it. We bring you the best interviews as well as social media news, and we talk about some new releases that you may not know are coming up. So great show. I hope you have been enjoying us. We have been enjoying you joining us Tuesdays and Thursday evenings. Thank you so much. Your presence is absolutely appreciated. Listen, don't be shy. Real Live is all about a community. It's all about a conversation. So if you like what you hear, not only hit that like and love button, but also hit us in the comments. You may see your comments show up on the stage. You never know. So don't be shy about interacting, all right? We're about to get into the show. So first, you already know we're about to bring on our wonderful co-host. We're joined today by Mick Fabulous, and we have a special co-host tonight, Kevin Whitten, the treasurer. What is going on?
Hey, what's popping? What's popping, people?
Good to have you on. Yeah, we got a special co-host tonight. Now, Kevin said that we could call on him anytime we need it, so I placed that call right here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yes, give us that male energy. Come on with it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, balance is a wonderful thing. We need it, right? Yeah. How's your week been going? Mick Fabulous, I know you stay traveling. You stay in place this week?
Yeah, I stayed in the bed.
Oh, did you?
I mean, I just, this new shift is kicking my butt, but
yeah,
I'm doing better. Doing better. The switch is hard. Mm-hmm. You've been on one shift for 8.5 years and then pop you on another one. It's rough, but I'm handling it. I think I'm juggling it pretty good.
You got your sleep pattern out of whack.
Oh God, that out of whack. I think that's a whole different terminology. Yeah, I don't even know what I was crazy. I didn't know what day was which day. Right. Midnight. You got Sunday is Monday. Monday is Tuesday. Tuesday is Wednesday. Then you wake up. Oh, what's today? Oh, it's okay. I'm off.
You showed up for the show on Monday, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, where's everybody? Y'all late. No, you
early. And it was humid, but I had Angela. See, I call my fro Angela Davis.
Right.
I had Angela just right. She was just peaked all up. I said, "Oh, Angela, you looking good. I'm ready." I'm like, Keisha late.
Yeah, and everybody else in the house thought it was Tuesday too, didn't they?
Yeah.
No, see, that's the problem. It's just me here in the house.
Yeah.
So I only have myself to talk to until my cousin, she was like, "Oh, y'all doing a Monday night show?" I was like, "What's the night?" I said, "You mean I still could have been asleep?" So, yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you here as well. Kevin, how's your week been going?
My week has been going great. Just back and forth with my son, trying to get him moved out of college and get him ready to start his internship. So
wonderful.
Been doing a lot of that back and forth, running around with him. So
I remember those days. Now, will he turn you into an empty nester, or do you have?
Oh yeah, this is his third year. So I'm already I've been an empty nester for a minute. So he'll just be here for the summer for a minute, and then he'll move into his apartment and go from there.
Yeah. I wonder what that's like. Is it different for men and women, that empty nest situation, that stage?
Oh, yeah. I'm living my best life.
It's different then. It's different.
Yeah, it's way different.
Yeah, with mothers, oh my gosh, I was just miserable. Like, what am I supposed to do? I wouldn't cook for myself because I'm like, I have to cook for someone, not me. Why do you need to cook for me for? It was rough. It was really rough when the little ones left. They grew up. I'm calling them, and I'm turning into that mother, like, I ain't heard from you. Why you ain't called me? That whole thing turned it into that. Oh man, yeah, it's rough.
I didn't go through none of those stages.
Right.
I did. I went through it for a minute, but it was so good to have freedom that, I was doing the Home Alone.
Risky business, right? Sliding across the floor on your side.
Good, I mean, hey, you could do things that you couldn't do with them here.
Right.
I mean, you could walk around free as a bird.
That's true.
Or fly like a bird. Either way, it was feeling good.
Right.
So you got the secret. I'm still going through it. I still miss them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they still come through, and I'm still going to talk to them. I still have that interaction with them, but just to have my own sanction, my own, just me.
Right.
That feels good when you've done that for so long, and all of them weren't gone at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm just enjoying it while they're gone, because I know once school is over, they'll be back.
They'll be back. They'll be back.
Yeah. So getting it all out now.
Kelsey West is in the house. Just want to shout him out. Thank you, Kelsey, for tapping in. Always good to see you.
Hey, Kelsey.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's up, Kelsey?
We have a great show for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. Not only this great guest that we have, but we have some social media news. We're going to be talking about Marilyn Mosby, the attorney out of Baltimore. Her sentence was today. We're going to talk about Kelly Rowland. I know everyone, news channels, everyone's been talking about her and what happened with her in Cannes. And then also we're going to be talking about some things that have come out, like the movie Clipped, the Donald Sterling story or incident or situation. And also the Wayans brothers have some things coming out that we all want to support. So we're going to be talking about all that and more. But what I want to do now is bring up this gentleman. We have a great guest for you guys tonight. His name is Mark Kemp. He is a certified hypnotherapist with the National Guild of Hypnosis. And his passion for helping others stems from a very personal experience. He's going to tell you guys about that. He's originally from Connecticut, but Mark now calls Georgia his home, where he juggles being a father of two with his love for professional football. But Mark's journey with hypnosis began 3 years ago when he, as a licensed optician, was battling chronic pain from cerebral palsy. Seeking a non-addictive and holistic approach for managing his pain, he discovered hypnosis. The results for him, as he'll let us know, were life-changing, and this experience also sparked a deep desire for him to share this transformative power of hypnosis with others. So now he uses these skills that he learned to empower his clients to make positive health choices and achieve lasting change on a mental, a physical, and an emotional level. So we're going to bring Mark Kemp to the stage. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to dive into the interview and learn more. We're really excited about how hypnosis can help people overcome a variety of challenges. So welcome to the show, Mark.
Thank you so much for having me. Greetings, greetings, greetings to everyone. I'm about to jump out this seat. I'm so excited. Let's go.
All right. We are too. This is a really fascinating topic, and we've been talking through the week about this for the past couple of weeks. We've been talking about you a lot on this show, right? I'm so glad that you're finally here with us. But you had mentioned to me about chronic pain as being your initial connection with hypnosis. Can you kind of elaborate for the audience on that experience and how it led for you to become a hypnotherapist?
Okay. Well, pre-pandemic, when the opioid crisis was all of the talk around the world, I had been working as a licensed optician for a number of years, and I sought a more natural and holistic way to deal with my pain. And, I searched and searched and searched. And then one day, a friend of mine and I were talking, and he had said to me, why don't I try hypnosis? And like most people, I dismissed it. Oh, that's something that just happens in the movies. It's not real. That it can't be. And then one day I was on YouTube, and it came across my feed, hypnosis for pain management. Like, whoa, really? So I tried it, and it honestly did not work. But what it did was it sparked a curiosity in me. And so I began to search and search and search. And then eventually I found an audio file that did work. And I was able to bring my pain from, say, an 8 or 9 on a 10 pain scale all the way down to a 1. And It allowed me to work and extended my career. And, I did that for a number of years. And as with anyone with moral character, when you've been blessed like that, you need to share that gift with the world, or your blessings may be blocked. So I decided to learn the science and share it with others.
Awesome. So hypnotherapy, as you have discovered for yourself, is effective with pain management. What other areas are hypnotherapy effective in?
It's useful in so many different areas. In my professional practice, I help people with pain management, smoking and vaping cessation, insomnia, mental and emotional detox. But its uses are so varied. It can help individuals overcome fears and phobias, depression, anxiety. It can reach areas, even affect intimacy, and sexual dysfunction in some cases.
Okay. So there, just for clarity for the audience, can you explain the difference between hypnosis and hypnotherapy?
Okay. Hypnotherapy is when we work with the subconscious mind, and I can break down what hypnosis is in a moment. And what we do at that point, we use the hypnotic process, and we tap into your subconscious to help discover what's blocking you or what's causing you to behave in a certain manner or not behave in a certain manner. And then we go and we work on that through your subconscious. And that's what hypnotherapy is. Now, hypnosis itself, we're still going into the subconscious to affect change, but we're not doing it on a therapeutic level. A lot of times you'll see hypnosis stage shows, and those are good, but they also help to perpetuate myths in some cases. And I'm here tonight to dispel some of those myths and just show your audience how hypnosis is a part of everyday life and we don't even realize it.
So in saying that, I'm sorry, go ahead. I apologize. Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't have any superpowers. What I've done is learn the science and I apply it to, my everyday life in the lives of my clients who are fortunate enough to realize the awesome power that it can help in transforming lives.
Sure. Yeah. We see hypnosis portrayed in movies and things like that, and it leaves us with, like you said, some misconceptions about what hypnosis is. That it's a mind control thing, may even be an evil or dark manipulative type thing. How do you address first, let us know what some of those common misconceptions are, and how do you address those with people that may seek your help or be curious about your services?
Okay. One of the biggest myths that it's mind control. Okay, it is not. The human thought process takes place on two levels: the conscious thought and the subconscious thought. Now, your conscious thought, that's where you make your moral decisions, and that is where your logic lies. Okay, that takes up about 10% of your thought process. The other 90%, about 90%, that is your subconscious. That is where your imagination lies, and that is where your experiences from the past lie. So what we do in that case is when we hypnotize you for hypnotherapy, we go into your subconscious, and we try to unlock those things that may be blocking you, that may be stopping you from achieving certain goals, or they may be hindering you. Sometimes we as human beings, we carry around so much. And for the record, I am a proponent of all therapy. You have to get those less than positive experiences out. You have to express them. And almost anything can be therapeutic as long as it does not hurt you or society in general. If it can help you, if it can help relieve pressure, if it gives you the opportunity to calm down, then yes, by all means do it. Get it out and free yourself from whatever may burden
you. Yeah. We did kind of a sample light consultation before this interview, just to kind of give me an idea of what you do with your clients. Why is that first consultation so important before someone becomes your client or before you begin their treatment?
Okay. Well, first of all, let me say this: hypnosis does not cure anything at all. But what it can be is a powerful assistant. You still have to put the work in. And one of the main purposes of the pre-talk, is what we like to call it in the industry, is to, number one, discover if it's something that can be helped via hypnosis. And number two, it helps to establish a rapport. I'm dealing with someone's subconscious thought. So number one, you have to be comfortable. I have to quickly establish a rapport with you so that you can trust me enough to go ahead and put you in that hypnotic state. Okay. And it also begins to condition you for hypnosis. So that pre-talk is important because it establishes a rapport. It puts you in the mindset of, okay, we're going to get some work done. So it just helps to relax you, and it helps me to learn and test how well you handle suggestions. Now, there are some people that should not be hypnotized, and those are individuals who are bipolar, those who may suffer from schizophrenia, if you are an alcoholic or drug psychosis, and if you have been diagnosed as clinically depressed. We don't want to hypnotize you at that point. We don't want to undo any work that another professional therapist may be doing. And also those who are mentally challenged should not be hypnotized because they may not understand the suggestions that giving them.
Gotcha.
So it is up to me and others as hypnotherapists and hypnotists to act responsibly. And when we have someone in a hypnotic state, we want to avoid negative words because I'm speaking directly to your subconscious. So we want to frame things in a positive way. Like your subconscious does not really recognize the word no. So instead of saying you will not be tired, I would say something like, tiredness or lethargy will be absent from your life. So see, therefore, I'm saying it in a positive way. I'm not using negative words at all.
Yeah. So we talked about people who are not candidates for hypnotherapy, should not to partake in hypnotherapy. But outside of those groups of people, can anyone be hypnotized, or are there some people that are resistant to hypnotherapy or being hypnotized?
Okay, almost anyone can be hypnotized. It's a question of, number one, belief, and that's why I'm again, another reason for the pre-talk, because it helps to establish the rapport and it gives you confidence in me. That's one of the biggest advantages of the pre-talk. And if you don't want to be hypnotized, you simply won't, because your conscious thought will say, no, absolutely not, I don't want to do this. It works best, if you are in a relaxed state. But I've seen people be hypnotized in the middle of a casino. You're certainly not in a state at all at that point, but because there's noise and bells and whistles all over the place. But it's that system of belief, and that's what I am fostering when we have that pre-talk.
I know my co-host had some great questions they wanted to jump in. I'm going to toss it to you, Mick Fabulous. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you explain to our audience the difference between meditation and hypnosis? Or are they combined? Let them, yeah.
They are kissing cousins. With meditative thought, you are going within, and you're going to a relaxed state. So you're almost in a trance-like state at that point. Okay? But the major difference is, with hypnosis, I am guiding you. I'm giving you suggestions. Now, your body can accept or reject those suggestions. It's just a matter of, if it's something that goes against your moral code, you will not do it. You will either stay in the hypnotic state and simply ignore it, or you will come totally out of the hypnotic state. Again, because again, your conscious thought is always there to protect the subconscious. So you won't reveal any deep, dark secrets. You won't do anything against your moral code.
Okay. One more question. So when you say, you said what, you can't do alcoholics. So do they have to be diagnosed as an alcoholic, or is it someone that's up under the influence?
No, I can, hypnosis can help any individuals with addiction, but you have to be at threshold, or you have to be at the point where you're ready to stop drinking, or using any illicit drug, or any form of addiction. You have to be at that point where you're ready to stop. If you're not at that point, whatever has triggered you within your brain to cause that addiction, whatever has triggered you, if you're not ready to stop and put the work in towards stopping, you're not going to stop, because whatever has triggered you, I got you to that point, it's going to come back. So with hypnosis, what we would do, we would dive deep into the subconscious and discover what the root cause of it is. So once we discover what the root cause of it is, we can go after the root cause. And once you go after the root cause, that should eliminate the need to, indulge in that habit or addiction.
Okay. Thank you.
Kevin?
So you had mentioned that, like, say for example, a smoker, heavy smoker, and they've tried, the nicotine patch, all of those different things. Now, is any of that stuff recommended before they come to you? Or, as you said before, a smoker has to be in a state of mind that they are ready to quit for you to assist them mentally on quitting?
Okay. What I would do, stop smoking is when the person's at threshold, it's relatively easy to do. What I would do, for instance, if you want to do it, what I call down and dirty, what I would do, I would say, okay, you're a smoker. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have you think of the most vilest thing, or the worst thing that you could taste in your mouth. And every time I would give you a post-hypnotic suggestion. So every time you touch a cigarette, you're going to taste it in your mouth until you are ready to regurgitate.
Ah, got it. Yeah. Okay.
So that with your desire to quit, that's going to make you stop. Because
so that'll
now
be stuck in your subconscious.
Yep. So every time you touch that cigarette, yeah, you're going to taste that smell in your mouth and you're going to regurgitate.
Now that okay. Now would you consider that something? Would that be something permanent, or would it be along with the willpower of not smoking?
I can make it permanent, but again, I can make it a permanent word, but again, if your conscious thought says I still want to smoke, and that means you're not ready, so you're going to go right back to it.
Okay.
So again, you've got to be ready. You've got to be ready to stop.
Yeah.
So this takes more so for any treatment as far as coming to you, the person themselves has to be in a ready state. It can't be like a intervention or anything like that. That person has to, in sound mind, say, I'm ready for this.
Yes. Now, here's the difference. Now, a person with insomnia, it's a little different. If you are having problems sleeping, we're going to get to the root cause. Again, get to the root cause, figure out what that is. And then I'm going to give you a post-hypnotic word. And every time you say that word, when you're in that right mindset and right setting, it's going to produce a feeling of tiredness, a feeling of preparing your body to sleep.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Mick Fabulous.
Yeah, that's right.
So at that point, it's not so much willpower. At that point, it's something that you want. It's something that you need. So therefore, you're going to be less resistant to fight.
Okay. That makes sense.
You have a very relaxing voice. Is that a criteria for being a hypnotherapist?
It's something that I've been told. I believe that God gives us skills and talents, and we have to figure out how to use them. I have been, I've been told for years that I need to do something online. Pre-pandemic, I wanted to start a prayer chapel. I'm a very spiritual individual, and like other things in life, you run from things until you just bump into something, and then you say, "Oh, I should have been doing this all along." But yes, I've been told that my voice is very captivating, and now I use it. I can use it to go, very high and create excitement. But when I want to hypnotize someone and I want them to relax, it deeps just a little bit lower and a little bit softer.
Yeah.
And that good question. So when you are in the process of hypnotizing someone, from what a lot of people know, is it like the swinging thing, or is it just more of that verbal communication?
It can be anything that focuses your attention. Like the way that I like to hypnotize some people is I like to have them stare at a spot at the wall, and then I'll talk to them, and I'll let them know how their body's getting more and more relaxed, and you're going deeper and deeper into that state, all the way down, deeper and deeper. And as my voice gets softer, it forces you to focus because you want to hear what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's a lot of using my voice and soft gestures to get you to relax. And then before you know it, your eyes are closed and you're breathing deep and you're just feeling so good.
Unless you're
my eyes about to close now. I still got to do the show. I can't go out now. But
see, I was going to ask you, and let me know if we can't do this. But is there a sample exercise that we can try out right now, even if it just relaxes us? But is that possible? And then what we're going to do is we're going to mute our mics so that we can, block out any other. Can we do that? Is that okay?
Yeah, we sure can. Now, for your audience, I will give the disclaimer: if you are operating heavy machinery or you are driving, do not participate. Okay, your safety is our primary concern. Now, what I'd like, if you choose to, is pick a spot on the wall. All right.
I'm sorry. I was going to say that if you choose to, only
if you choose to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you choose to, pick a spot on the wall and look at that spot, and you'll see that your eyelids are starting to get heavier and heavier as you breathe deeper. Your eyelids are going to get heavier and heavier, and you're just going to relax. And you're going to go all the way down, taking a nice deep breath and going deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper down. And then eventually your eyes will just relax and close. See, you just fought it. His eye, yeah, you just fought it. Your eyes were getting ready to close and you just fought it. And that's fine. And that's fine. Going deeper and deeper down, deeper and deeper down, all the way down. Deeper and deeper. The more you breathe, the more you relax you become. And you go all the way down, deeper and deeper, and deeper and deeper, all the way down. And before you know it, you take a nice deep breath and your eyes just want to naturally close. Going all the way down, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper as you breathe. And then they just slowly close down. And then from there, for the sake of time, I'm not going to, go into it deeper. They would just close. And then from there, you would be more and more relaxed. And then from there, I would take you into the hypnotic state, going deeper and deeper into that state until your eyes actually lock. It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
And again, you can see it's very relaxing, and it's so much a kissing cousin to, to meditation. It puts you in that mindset where you just want to go ahead and let yourself be free.
Now, I did feel relaxed.
Did you? Yeah.
I did. I was getting ready to get off and go upstairs.
Now, you did mention something about working with couples as well. Can you get a little more into how do you work with people on intimacy issues?
Okay. Well, we all know that the mind is the biggest sex tool or biggest sex organ in the body. And, we can tap into the subconscious. And a lot of times when it comes to couples, I was working with a couple where they had stopped having relations, and I hypnotized them individually first and then as a couple. And what we discovered in the root cause, that it was a lack of communication. Sometimes when we are involved with our partners for a long time, we start to talk at them and not to them. And then that frustration begins to build on one end, or you're just talking at me, you're not listening to me. And then, the other person says, all you do is yap, 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 yap. And now communication is cut off. And now that communication is cut off, now you get irritated when you're around them now. And hence the intimacy stops. So what I did was I hypnotized them individually. And then, I brought them together. This took place over 2 or 3 sessions. And then I brought them together and I hypnotized them, and I had them both speak to each other hypnotically. And communication was back opened. And, then I worked with them one-on-one again, and I was able to bring the missus to an orgasm through hypnosis. And the same thing
really?
with the husband. And they are happy and having relations once again.
Was that in session?
No, they didn't.
Okay. I heard wrong. I heard wrong.
No, but
I was about to say I need to work on my talking skills.
Me too. Memory. Wow.
So, but I was able to bring both of them individually, to a point of arousal during the session, and then they took care of business at home themselves.
Okay, got you.
Are you laughing, Kat?
They'd have to pay me a little bit extra for that.
I know, right? That's an add-on.
Yeah, that's a big add-on. Because I got to charge you for the room. I got to charge you for the ambiance.
Right.
Wow. So it's basically the control of the mind to make sure that to go in subconsciously, but like you said, lack of communication, but they learned how to communicate.
Yes.
Where the other one would be receptive to hear opposed to assuming.
Correct.
Or not assuming.
Correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Do you do a lot of your sessions virtually now?
They are all virtual. So you're in the comfort of your own home. And again, that speaks to the comfort level. You know, if you're in your own home, you know where everything is, you're more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you see that as the future of hypnotherapy, how your field is evolving? Or
it has saved the industry, because that was one of the biggest concerns, during the pandemic. How are we going to see patients? How are we going to see clients?
Right. Interesting. Yeah. All right.
Interesting. Guys, I was thinking that, like, how are most of your sessions, done in person? But I was thinking more in person than virtual. So,
the process is this: we have the pre-talk, we have the session, and then during the pre-talk we set the goals for the session, and if I can help you, I will. And during the session, I take you through, and we reach our goals. That's the main objective. And then after the session, there's an after talk. First of all, I want to make sure that I bring you out of the hypnotic state properly.
right.
And we also, if I've given you a post hypnotic suggestion, I test it to make sure that it has full effect.
Okay. So what would be, from a statistical point of view, what would you say your success rate is as far as helping people along with this process achieving their goals?
Well, it's hard to put a statistical number on it. I've had some clients where it's taken one session, and they've alleviated their problem, but again, they're really at threshold. But they're like, if I'm going to do an emotional detox, that may take 1 or 2 sessions, because we may be working on more than one thing. I have an exercise that I call the gray room. That is where I take you into the hypnotic state, and then I take you into basically your subconscious, where you look at your life events. We have a set of positive events, and we have a set of negative events, or less than positive. So what we do is we eliminate the negative events, and we emphasize the positive ones.
Okay.
And then at that point, we accentuate the positive, so that you leave that room in a euphoric feeling, and you're also in a place where those images, or those issues that are less than positive, they are pushed to the background, and they're eliminated, or they're reframed. That's what a lot of hypnosis does. It reframes. Like, I can have pain on a level of a say a 7 or 8. I've turned it down in my brain. I've reframed it, actually. Now, that issue that has caused the pain, that may still be there, but I can manage it. That's the key.
Yeah.
I can manage it. You still have to do the work. Again, hypnosis does not cure anything, but it allows you to manage things. It allows you, when it comes to confidence, we dig deep down into the subconscious, and we remove those blocks, those things that stop you from being confident. Those fears and phobias. We get to the root cause of that fear or phobia, so that fear or phobia, it's managed better. and it may not manifest itself as big as it once did. You know.
So how do you go through that process though? Okay, so subconsciously, if I know that that's my barrier, do I focus on that? And then you're giving me tools to be like, okay, if I'm focusing on that, to take away that focus on that, to jump that hurdle that I can.
Yeah. If your fear is of spiders, right?
Okay.
I'm going to reframe that fear so that spider is not as menacing that it once it doesn't appear as menacing as it once did to you. So I'm reframing it in your brain so that you can cope with it.
So you can function better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So you, with the different individuals that you work with or so, I see yourself as you have to be a person that thinks fast on their feet to grasp and translate what this person is going through to give them the words that they need to hear.
Yes. The moment that you come on the screen with me, I'm already working. I'm looking at your mannerisms. I'm figuring out. I'll say certain words and I'll watch your reactions to the words. And then based on that, for some people, they want me to talk in a low, monotone voice. For others, I can speak faster and they'll still grasp. So it's a matter of me watching you and honing in on what works for you as quick as possible. Again, the moment you come onto the screen, I'm looking for clues. Okay, will this work? Will that work?
Okay, so what clue did you see when you see me on the screen? That's what I want to know.
I do.
When I saw what?
For you, he didn't break out the teacup and the spoon. Get them in the sunken place.
Oh, that's what you've been talking
about. and for you, what's one of the first things I said to you when I saw you backstage? Don't worry, you can look into my eyes.
Yeah.
So I have to catalog. The moment you speak to me, I start cataloging.
Okay, well, open my book. Tell me what I want the catalog. Tell me. Help us out right quick. Let me know.
Okay. You are a giver. You are someone that likes to be comfortable. You're someone that you are the person that people go to when they need advice, when they need prayer. You are always there, but you are no nonsense. When it's time for someone to hear the hard, unadulterated truth, you will give it to them without a problem.
Thanks. Oh,
okay.
Do me next.
But wow. Okay.
You, my dear, you're Mrs. Softy. You like the butterflies. You love to see the beauty in life. You are extremely sentimental. You want to save those puppies on the side of the road that have been run over. That's you. You have a very sentimental heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, ladies, was he on point between the two of you? Because you two know each other very well.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna let Keisha answer for me, and I'm gonna answer for her.
That was absolutely Mick Fabulous. Yeah, to a T. That's her.
I was like, whoa, and that's Keisha.
Yeah. I'm trying to help everybody. I want everybody to come up. If I have an opportunity for you, I'm going to give it to you. And it could be 5 years down the line, and I'll think of you, but like, oh, let me call Kev. He'd be perfect for this, or this will help him. So yeah, that's me. That is.
All right, Mr. Kemp.
Kevin, for you, you are a no nonsense individual. You are very analytical. You you like to look at a problem and you want to see it through to fruition.
That is it.
Wow. Wow.
That is it.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Yeah. The man knows what he's doing, right?
Yeah. But I like the techniques. And like I had said, it took me decades. But, and I always say everything happens for a reason. But in the pandemic, that was only when I was able to, because God had made sure that we were all secluded. He put us all in a place, but he was letting us see and for us to grasp where we needed to go and what we needed to do. And we were putting other things more important than what I needed to focus on. And that's how I learned to meditate. I didn't know how to sit still or be quiet. I would be all over the place. And I think one of it was because I lived in the city. So when you're in the city, all you hear is the gunshots, the cars, the boom, 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 the music. So I would try to close that down. So in the house, I could have the television on, the radio going, just noise, long as I could hear noise, and I didn't know how to focus. And so because of the pandemic, what you're saying is how I can close in and I can meditate and I can feel that spirit. I can tap into that. And I know how to be quiet where before I didn't. But you hit it on all I can say is wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm gonna tell you how true that was. Because Keisha, I was talking about names or so, right?
Yeah.
And one of the names that Kelsey said was the Dalmatian, because I keep everything black and white.
Wow. Dalmatian.
So that kind of hit it.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff. Thank you so much. This has been very informative. We have busted some myths tonight that needed to be busted. And we learned some tools that we have access to now in order to improve our lives and our well-being. So really appreciate you. The website is up on the screen. Make sure you hit this brother up and see what else he has to offer and if maybe he can be of some help to you. Mark Kemp, thank you so much. We really enjoyed it.
It is indeed my pleasure.
Yes, thank you. And you took away that myth.
Yes. And if I could leave your audience with this piece of advice.
Absolutely.
When you look in the mirror, you should see greatness. If you don't see greatness, close your eyes, take a deep breath, then open your eyes and begin to see greatness.
Yes. Good stuff.
That's deep.
Good.
Therapist Mark Kemp, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
You got to come back. Please come back and visit us.
Yes. Maybe we can do a live show where we actually hypnotize someone and we make some good things happen.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. All right, take care. Thank you so much.
Take care now. You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Well, that was great.
I know. And how did he know that?
He's good at what he does.
Whoa.
Brother knows what he's doing. All right, we're going to take a quick break and gather ourselves, and we're going to be back with some social media news. So keep it locked right here. It's Real Live. Hey, Rashad Ali is in the house. Rashad, good to see you. Thank you so much for tapping in with us. We appreciate you. All right. It's some stuff as usual going on in the news, and we got to talk about some of it. I do want to talk about former Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby. She's in the news today because her sentencing was today in federal court. If you remember the name, sounds familiar because she rose to national prominence for her prosecution of 6 police officers in the 2015 death of Freddie Gray. And I know it made national news, but if you were in that DMV area, you remember that was a huge story. I remember people standing on top of cop cars and burning and rioting and all of that kind of thing. It was really a tough time for the city of Baltimore. However, attorney Marilyn Mosby has been found guilty of perjury and making false mortgage applications. This has sparked a wave of controversy and debate because she was once hailed as a champion for justice and police accountability. She is the person who was brave enough to step up and prosecute these 6 police officers for the death of Freddie Gray, who, by the way, were all either acquitted or the charges were dropped. So no one really faced accountability for that death. But prosecutors argued that Mosby lied about experiencing a financial hardship during, all that COVID pandemic money to withdraw money from her retirement fund without penalty. Those were the charges. And so they're saying that she used these funds to purchase vacation homes in Florida, which made it fraudulent. Mosby and her supporters have claimed that these charges are retaliatory, stemming from her aggressive stance against police misconduct in the Freddie Gray case. In 2015, Freddie Gray, 25-year-old Black man, suffered a fatal spinal injury, if you remember, while in police custody. And that, again, led to police protests, citywide protests, and national outrage. Her decision at that time to charge the officers involved was seen as a bold move against systemic racism and police brutality. I remember she was very celebrated during that time for being brave enough to go against the system. So in her statement today, during her sentencing or for her sentencing, she did reiterate her belief that her prosecution is a direct result of her efforts to hold law enforcement accountable. She said, "I have always fought for justice, and this is no different. This is a politically motivated attack to discredit and silence me for standing up for the people of Baltimore." Supporters did gather today outside the courthouse in support of her, and they're calling for a deeper investigation into what they see as a pattern of retaliation against those who challenge the status quo in policing. Critics, however, do argue that her conviction is a clear case of her own wrongdoing and has nothing to do with her previous decisions to prosecute those officers. They emphasize that the evidence presented in court was compelling and that the judicial process has been fair and unbiased. And this case did go before 2 separate juries, and both juries did find her guilty of what were the charges? Fraud, I believe, and perjury. Those were the charges. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts?
I wouldn't doubt that whole conspiracy of retaliation to her for, you got to think she put 6 cops on the line, for what they did. So it's much bigger than her. And so if it was 1 cop, maybe 2, probably wouldn't have been as bad. But when you got 6, and that whole honor the blue, and
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. Can it be both? Can it be both things? That she was guilty and this is retaliation?
That could be true too.
Yeah.
That could be
I
true.
think it's a stem of power,
Mm-hmm.
And then if she can take all of them down, and she had that power to do that, they weren't the only ones. They were just the 6. It's more than just that 6. Mm-hmm. So if she took those 6 down, and she was that powerful to do that, and being a young African American woman, they're trying to make sure, they're trying to ruin her. Yeah. They want to just discredit her on every aspect.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it like this too, as going back to what you said, DC Honey. Even thinking about, could it be true? There could have also been somebody that could have just been a witch hunt. To say, okay, this happened, so we're gonna watch her every move and wait for the opportunity to, seize on something that she may have done.
Right.
So it could have went that way as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to pull up her.
Unfortunate.
I wanted to pull up her sentence. She was sentenced to 3 years of supervised release and 12 months of home confinement. So pretty much there goes her career there. 100 hours of community service as well. But she was able to go home. No jail time.
Yeah.
No jail time.
That was a blessing.
Yes, that was a blessing.
Yeah.
Because they could have threw her under the jail and could have found some more things if they wanted to. But maybe it was just to make or shake her up to, if they take everything away from her, shake her up where she won't say anything else. Or even try to do anything else, to investigate or bring anybody to justice on that aspect. So
it was also a statement to others, a warning statement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're making an example.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, Kelly Rowland is also in the news. Mick Fabulous is going to tell us what was going on with her. She's been all up and down my timeline and on the national.
Yes.
What's up with
I mean, social media has been going crazy, but I call it, I'm just like Kelly Rowland's she did a kind snapback. She did, that's how I like it. She did it, I mean, gracefully, and over in France, they have a whole nother mindset, you know what I mean? And they're so rude, and I think they've been known for their rudeness and the way that they feel that they can just speak. But I don't know, because I'm not of color. So I can't, I'm of color, so I can't say how they talk to each other. But to me, it's just, she just thought that she was going to be able to say anything, but she was kind. She stepped on her train and she told her, no, don't worry. But then she had to keep saying stuff and then was trying to like shoo her up the steps. So and when she comes around,
you're referring, for those not familiar with the story, you're referring to the security guard, yeah?
The security, she was an usher. I think they were giving her a nice name. They said security guard. She was an usher.
She's an usher. Did she have her hand behind her back?
And the white gloves. They put on their security, but she was an usher. She was supposed to assist them and usher them in. She wasn't even with security. She was an usher.
Okay.
That's what they had her noted as, an usher.
Right. Yeah.
So for her to do what she was doing and take it out of context and then try to be rude and to say things, I really wish I could hear everything that she was saying. And then, she was doing this so gracefully, like just, and Kelly gave her that finger. You know how your mama did, do it one more time. You got one more time.
Yeah.
But she did it so gracefully, and this has been an event that has been going on for 70 plus years, and sometimes we can be pushed to that point where we get triggered and then we do show an ugly side.
Yeah.
That has happened to me. And I thank God for my 3 brothers who, helped me through it, because they know how to push you, but she said what she had to say. It wasn't indignant. She just said what she said and gracefully went on. So just to be able to do the things she do, I can't say exactly what she said. Everyone is assuming what she said, but still it had to be something for Kelly to give it to her. But she did it gracefully.
Yeah. Well, what Mick Fabulous is referring to is a Cannes Film Festival. And it caught attention because Kelly Rowland, of course, we know her from Destiny's Child, and she's an international superstar. She's been the host of Britain's Got Talent and some other things.
And she's a film star.
and a film star. There was an altercation with security guard, quote unquote security guard.
The Ursher.
As she was entering the festival premiere, witnesses report that she was visibly upset because the security guard allegedly refused entry for one of her team members. And I'm going to play the clip. There's no audio, but I'm going to play the clip so that you guys can see exactly what was going on. Here she is entering the festival here. And so she was upset because the security guard refused entry to one of her team members. And this video footage shows Rowland confronting the guard. She's very frustrated because she's not letting this team member in. And according to sources close to her, the team member in question was a longtime assistant, and the team member did have all the necessary credentials, but was still barred from the event. And that's why Kelly Rowland was so irritated. So when she's talking to the guard, she's telling her, she's with me. You need to let her in. And that guard just continues to be resistant. And then finally, the assistant was allowed to enter. And somewhere around there, she did step on Sister Kelly's dress, right?
And she told her it was okay. Yeah.
As we saw in the video, and told her it was okay. But Kelly later did address the incident on social media, and she explained that the situation was a misunderstanding and emphasized the importance of respect and proper treatment. And this is what Kelly Rowland wrote. She said, I always believe in treating everyone with dignity and respect, and I expect the same in return. It was disappointing to see my team member being treated unfairly. So that's what the whole incident was. In the audio, you couldn't really hear, or in the video, you couldn't really hear what was said, but it was later reported that she was saying, she's with me, you need to let her in. So,
but it's still, it's just, it's so much is so unfair. You know, we even go back to, what was it, 2004, 5? In France, you know, Paris, they always say they're very rude, you know, but prejudice is just, and I think they feel that they could say anything to us, you know, over there, and you have to deal with it. Because even for Oprah to go over there in 2005, and she had money.
Yeah.
And then they're going to tell her, oh, our store is closing. They wouldn't even sell her a $38,000 purse. Right. Now, isn't that money to your business? Yeah. But you're going to say, oh, the store was closing. But they do that of people of color, you know, and then they feel that they can say anything and you have to accept anything. But I admire that she did it with grace, you know, because in certain places you've been got punched in the face.
So let me, looking at it, and I was just, as y'all were doing, I found a couple of videos, right? So the person that was with Kelly Rowland was her assistant, right?
Yes. Part of her team, yes.
The assistant was white. It wasn't another black woman. So what I'm not understanding is, unless, because one of the things in her video responses is that, you know, I guess she was pointed out because she was only one of the few women on that red carpet that looked like her. So as a result, who are you and who is this woman with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I kind of see it more of that way, which was still wrong. And that person was of security or whomever it was stopping her.
Yeah.
You should have known of her credentials enough to not say nothing or to not treat her in that manner.
Yeah.
And you can't even come to this event. It's an exclusive reserved for the film industry professionals. So if she was there, that she had an invite to be there. So who are you to stop someone and tell them if they could or could not come in?
Right.
Your job was to usher them up to the door.
Not security. That's right. Yeah. We see this even in America, though. If you think about the football incident where the overzealous security guard was trying to tell the owner of the team, get off the field. And he was like, this is my field. I'm the owner of the team. No, you're not, you know? So it's that assumption of, you know, you don't belong here. That happens. It happens. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's just terrible. That still in this day and age, we still have to go through these same things. But and I think, you know, I hate to keep saying, you know, I don't want to keep saying racism or whatever, but it's still being rude.
Yeah.
Rude, period. And I think over there in France, they get the pass as if everyone over there, even though they say they don't like Americans, they don't this, that, and the other, but they'll take that money. But it wasn't the point where you to do that. Your job was to make sure everyone gets into the building, usher them in, and just make sure that you assist. Not to tell somebody, but if everybody is invited, there's no tickets, there's nothing.
Right.
How are you going to tell someone that they can't be with who they're with? Who they're with?
Well,
whoever just took it beyond the point.
Whoever that lady was learned about the African American sister finger that that
yes,
day.
She did. Yes, she did.
She got a crash course.
Yes,
she got a snapback. She got a snapback. It wasn't where they was just quiet and be like, "Oh, let me go." She gave it back to her. I applaud her highly.
Oh yeah, you got to let them know.
The lady should have been glad that she, you know, that she had some dignity and didn't punch her in the face.
Yeah. Well, she let her know. We're going to let you guys know about some things that are coming out right now. We want to talk about this upcoming limited series. It's called Clipped, and it's going to be set to air on Hulu. This is going to be a riveting and dramatic portrayal of the rise and fall of former LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling. I know a lot of you guys out here remember when this happened. I remember as well. It was really controversial. But the series stars television legend Ed O'Neill. You remember him from what was that? Married with
Children.
Married with Children.
And Lawrence Fishburne. I'm really excited for Ed O'Neill because we get to see another side of his acting skills. So I think he's gonna kill it. I really.
That's Clifton Davis too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Davis as well. So Clip chronicles the life of Donald Sterling, whose controversial tenure as the owner of the Clippers ended in disgrace following the release of recordings in which he made racist remarks. These recordings led to his lifetime ban from the NBA, lifetime child, and forced sale of the team in 2014, marking a significant moment in sports history and social justice. So Ed O'Neill, of course, is best known for his roles in Married with Children and Modern Family. Takes on a complex role of Sterling, capturing the multifaceted personality of a man whose actions shocked the sports world and beyond. Lawrence Fishburne, we know him from The Matrix, Blackish, and much, much more. Stars as former Clippers head coach Doc Rivers, which I'm excited to see his portrayal of Doc Rivers. And he's going to play that role in how Doc navigated the team through all of this turmoil when all this was going on. So the series promises to explore not only Sterling's downfall, but also the broader implications of his actions on the NBA and society. So it's going to talk about that power, that privilege, and racism, and a behind the scenes look at the fallout, you know, what happened behind the scenes with the effort to rebuild and move forward, because the team had to move forward after all that was going on with replacements and everything else. So in a recent interview, Ed O'Neill shared his thoughts on portraying such a controversial figure. And he said it's a challenging role, but it's one that I think about is important. Sterling's story is a cautionary tale about the consequences of one's actions and the importance of accountability. And then Lawrence Fishburne added, playing Doc Rivers is an honor. He's not just a coach, but he was a leader who had to guide his team through an incredibly difficult period. This series highlights the resilience and strength required to stand up against injustice. So early buzz about Clip says that it's going to be a major hit. And we, of course, you know how I do, I got the clip. We're going to look at the trailer and let me know if it's something that you think you'll be wanting to check out. Here's Clip. Check it out.
Let's hear it for the fabulous Clippers And our new coach, Doc Rivers.
The Clippers have never won a championship, ever.
We are going to win this year, and it will change your life.
Look at you. Is that Havarti?
Are you trading DeAndre Jordan?
Excuse me?
This is my assistant, B.
I'm Mr. Sterling's right-hand arm. How can we have a Ferrari? Oh, hi, Mrs. Sterling.
I love my calendar, girl.
It's the rise of the takers. I hired somebody to follow the money. She's suing me. I need to show them that I have the power.
Are you stupid or something? Don't bring black people to my games. Having fun? I know we are. What's your wingspan?
Everybody up. We have to protect the players.
The season ticket holders are used to a certain amount of access.
I'm used to a certain amount of people acting freaking normal.
Tape recording of you and V? It's out.
Tell me what's on the tape.
Certain statements about...
What the?
That can't be true.
You think I'm a racist?
Dude is literally saying that I'm a piece of property.
I'm your owner. You're not my owner. Every second counts.
Players love me.
We literally hate you.
My kids gonna ask me why I'm playing for a man who's saying all those disgusting things behind my back.
Our whole world is burning down. For what?
I'm lining myself up to run the Clippers organization.
Are we bad people?
Doesn't matter.
I follow all of the players, but none of them follow me back.
I think that really talks about how young she really was. You know, that was a serious issue. I follow all of these people. They don't follow me back. But
right.
Pretty young.
Right.
So
Yeah.
what do you guys think? Is it on the gotta watch list or?
I think so. For me, it is being.
I want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'll be. I think it's really good. I mean, we've been on a roll tonight from one aspect to the other, but yeah, I think it's good, and especially to find out really what happened behind the scenes. There's so many things that we don't know that happen behind the scenes.
Right.
And for them to bring that out, who would ever thought that would ever been going on?
Right.
Well, yeah.
It's on the list. Check it out when it comes out on, I believe that comes out on Hulu, but I didn't get the release date, but it should be coming out soon. They got the trailer going. Another thing that is coming out that I'm pretty excited about, this is from the Wayans family, and it's going to be on CBS. This is for you comedy fans. It's a new sitcom that's going to bring both laughter and family dynamics to the small screen. This is the upcoming series. It's called Poppa's House, and it's going to star the iconic father-son duo, Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr. Poppa's House centers around the character of Poppa, who is played by the elder Wayans. He's going to be a legendary talk show host, or talk radio host. And he's navigating the complexities of modern life while attempting to stay relevant with his career. But then it takes an unexpected turn where his son Junior, portrayed by his junior, moves back home with his wife and his children. So you're going to get like that multi-generational clash in the house, a lot of humor, of course, because it is the Wayans, and of course, heartwarming moments, and I'm sure important lessons. But this is going to be the first time that the two have headlined a series together. So it should be really good. In a recent interview, Damon Wayans expressed his excitement about working alongside his son. And he said, "It's a dream come true to collaborate with my son on a project that means so much to both of us. It's going to be a funny, heartfelt look at family life, and he can't wait for us to see it." So Wayans Jr. also said, "Working with my dad is an incredible opportunity. The show is going to be hilarious, and I think people will really connect with the characters and the stories that we're telling." So again, it's going to be produced on CBS, and the series will probably hit this fall. It's anticipated to hit this fall.
Okay.
So early buzz will be positive. We have a clip, kind of a clip, just a little short look. I'll give you guys. Pop, y'all know I love my clips now. I'm gonna have But here's Papa's house. CBS.
You know, at CBS, is it just me, or does it feel like one big family?
That's definitely on brand for us.
Yeah, Daddy.
Don't call me Daddy.
Father. Hit it. The master of the mic, the king of the commute, the living legend, 6-time Marconi Radio Award winner, 7-time award winner,
Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr.
Hairline.
The new comedy, Poppa's House, coming CBS Fall.
All right, that's Papa's house. We know it's going to be good. I mean, what has the Wayans brothers done that has not been good? I can't name one thing. So, oh, you can name a thing.
No. I'm saying no. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
They'll have you laughing.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. What was the last?
And Damon looks so distinguished, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's older. We growing up.
No. One of my funniest shows was with the 2 youngest brothers.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Marlon.
Yeah.
But we're brothers.
Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the show with John Witherspoon. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So funny. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, but that's all we have for tonight, you guys. I hope you enjoyed our news stories and our interviews. Thank you so much for those who have been hanging with us. And we have some great stuff coming up next week as well. Let me see what's coming up. On Tuesday, we have Clifford Sykes coming on. Now, Clifford Sykes is my high school band director. But he's really into juicing now, and he's going to come on and talk about the health benefits of juicing, as well as share some easy recipes that we do.
I do juicing also.
Do you?
You do?
Oh, you got to come back Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I want to start. I keep saying I want to start. I haven't done it yet, but
yeah, it's very, very healthy for you, and it just gives a different taste to apple juice or pineapple juice or fresh orange juice you're making in your house. It's much different taste, and I started off with wheatgrass and juicing wheatgrass, and I just can't find any in this area, but that has a lot of good benefits also.
So can you tell me? Have you done the watermelon? They were showing on where you do the watermelon, the grind, and the seeds.
Yeah, I've done the watermelon. I just haven't done the grind. For me, the grind would be more beneficial than the actual watermelon in itself.
Wow.
But the watermelon grind has other benefits for men as well.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This has always been my question about juicing. I know we got to go. We're going to go. But my question about juicing is I've never understood why it's more beneficial to juice the fruit or vegetable as opposed to eating the entire thing. Is that I feel like you're missing some things when you're just partaking of the juice.
Well, the minerals and the vitamins absorb into your body much faster than the digestion. The other thing is you're eliminating the fibrous parts of it.
Okay.
So you don't have that going through your intestines.
Okay.
So do you know anything about soursop?
Oh, I love soursop.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, soursop. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I've been drinking it. I don't get it as often. I need to go because I can only keep it. So I have to go to a store way out in Southgate. But it's supposed to help you with cancer and things like that. But I have been drinking it and I start seeing color coming back. So if you don't know, Kevin, I have vitiligo.
Okay.
So,
yeah. And wheatgrass is good for that also, for cancerous cells and those things. Wheatgrass and sprouts, bean sprouts and sunflower seed sprouts. All those things are really, really beneficial.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to find something beneficial for my eyes.
I believe soursop is anti-inflammatory as well, but I pulled it up and it does help with arthritic pain, which I think is because it's anti-inflammatory, but also fever, dysentery, heart and liver diseases, skin rashes, and it's also anti-diarrhea, anti-malarial, and anti-parasitic, so it can kill those parasites in your body. Also helmintic, which I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, so it's really good for cleansing the parasites out of your body.
Okay.
It's soursop is really, I like it. It's very good.
All right. Where do you get it at?
The international markets is where you get most of that.
Okay. Like Indian stores or.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here is the Mexican store.
Okay.
Here you can only get it. Well, what I get, the soursop that I just take a sip of. But I know in the Caribbean they have the big fruit. It comes like a big melon thing. Exactly. It almost looks like a coconut, but not a coconut because it has a different shell. Mm-hmm. And they crack it and they eat it.
Yeah.
And then they juice it too. But yeah, but this is liquid.
Yeah, soursop juice is excellent. It really is. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that and more on Tuesday. You got to come back if you have time. All right. Love to have you. All right.
Yes, we enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And we learned some things. I mean, we've learned some things. And disclaimer, for all those that heard me say she would have got hit in the face.
They would have.
And I had quite a few that came on my page. I want to thank Mama Faye, Martha Brown, Barbara Young, Carita, Kimberly Davis, Mag Gear Teams, Charlene Wright, Sumner, Jovan, and you supposed to be working, man. You on your phone. Rila, oh my God, Trina, Tag Tish, oh God, Kim. It was quite a few on my page.
Wonderful.
Missy Love, Jamie Paget, Priscilla Clark. Thank you all for joining in, and come on back and hit that subscribe button. Thank you.
And thank you to those who tapped in on the comment section. We saw you. We appreciate you, Kelsey West, and of course, Rashad Ali. We appreciate you as well. And yes, do subscribe. We are growing on YouTube. We're going to be putting some more content on there as well. But follow us at the Onyx Network Broadcasting. That's Ton Broadcasting on YouTube, as well as follow us on our Facebook channel, which is the Onyx Network. We really appreciate you. And that's it. That's all we have for tonight. Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Kemp. He stayed on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. And then we'll see you again next week for another live broadcast with great guests and more entertainment and news. Real live with DC Hunni, Mick Fabulous, and Kevin Whitten, the treasurer. Thank you.
All right. Now, ladies, thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Everyone
have a good night.
All righty.